Hi everybody, my name is Adam Young.
And I'm Jennifer Young, and we wrote a book called The Little Red Shed. And we just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about it.
So first off, we wanted to kind of explain why we wrote the book. So coming from a background of both parents and teachers, we know how kids struggle in school and growing up, trying to be individuals and wanting to harness that belief in themselves. So the book really kind of pays homage to the being yourself and being positive about being yourself and the struggle it takes to get there. Sometimes it's hard to get to that point, but it's worth it in the long run. And that was a strong message we wanted to send, mostly because of our kids. We wanted them to feel that strength, and we want them to become strong individuals as they grow up. So when it came time to illustrate the book, we had already sat down and wrote up exactly kind of what we wanted the story to be, page by page. We wanted the story to, as you open the book, both pages to give that emotion as to what we were talking about. And as you'll see in the book itself, most of the double pages are put together as one scene. We did this intentionally so that the viewer, as you're reading the story, you'll get absorbed into the entire scene rather than just one page and then the next page. So it gives more of an emotional reaction when you have all of the color and the whole idea is there in front of you. When you're writing a story, I mean, this is the first time we wrote a book, so it's very challenging what you're doing and like how you work through your ideas. But here are our initial kind of sketches that I did next to the writings. So as you can see, for all of you aspiring writers out there, it doesn't need to be perfect. It can be very scrappy, as this is, with the frowny faces and the scratch out. The drawings are very quick, just to kind of get the idea out before you lose it. So as you can see, here are most of the pages that we came up with, and that's something completely different.
So the idea to write the book, actually we discussed writing a book together maybe like 10 years ago, but in more recent years, the ideas largely came from Adam's artwork, which, if you've seen it, is largely buildings, sheds, and stages that have a certain look to them, almost like emotions, and very personified. So when we talked about writing the book as opposed to using people, we thought it would be much better to use a shed, and then it's more ambiguous, more people may be able to put themselves into the story and have it apply to them a lot better. So his artwork was, the initial catalyst, and then the ideas from being parents and being teachers and wanting a strong message in the book quickly followed. So now we'd like to read a little section of our book to you and show you some of the illustrations inside so you know what to expect. And like we said, it's called The Little Red Shed. One sunny day, a young little shed, who once was white, had now turned red. The other sheds thought that this was wrong. They all looked the same, and she didn't belong. So Little Red cried now that no one would play. Feeling sad and alone, she wandered away. She felt certain that she was the same as before, but her friends didn't treat her that way anymore. This change is a curse anyone can see. No one I know will recognize me. Maybe the trick is not to be seen, so she hopped in a boat called the Ocean Queen. Little Red pushed out into the great unknown. A little nervous at first, and missing her home. Then up from the ocean came a humpback whale, welcoming Little Red with a splash from his tail. So obviously where we live is a huge inspiration for us. If you've seen Adam's artwork, it's all around us. And in this book, it's the same. We wanted this book to have a strong connection to the land, to the water, to cultural symbols like a stage, like the humpback whale, things like that. Even some of the artwork of coming into the port, and you see the community, and we are very proud of where we live and our province and where we're raising our kids. So Newfoundland and Fogo Island was a huge inspiration in writing this book for sure.